Hi, I'm Jen, the Holistic Health Boss, your functional diagnostic health practitioner and expert. And in this video, I am sharing natural remedies for allergies, the common cold, flu, and V's that work better than any of those over-the-counter options you might find at the store. Now, it's officially fall here in the Northern Hemisphere, and that means allergy, cold, flu, and V season is upon us. And just side note, V is that thing going around right now that everybody is talking about, but if I mention it by name, it would impact the ability for you to receive this information, so we're just gonna call it the V. Anyways, not only are we facing allergies, the common cold, and the typical flu, but the pandemic is still a real thing that's going on. However, have no fear because I've got some solid tips to help you fight allergies, colds, the flu, and V's naturally. There are actually a lot of simple things that you can do daily beyond hand washing or mask wearing to boost your immune system and prevent these health hijackers from taking you hostage. Years ago, I suffered from seasonal allergies and the occasional common cold or nasty sinus infection. I would load up on all kinds of symptom relievers such as Dayquil, NyQuil, throat lozenges, Mucinex, and Tylenol or Advil in order to relieve my painful earaches. But now I take absolutely nothing. No, really, I no longer have to take any over-the-counter symptom relievers because I don't suffer from seasonal allergies anymore, and I haven't had a cold or the flu in so long that I can't even remember the last time I did. Keep listening and I'll tell you why. I'm not superhuman or anything like that. I still occasionally feel the shift of the seasons in my body. My energy might be a little bit lower on some days, or I get a slight runny nose or tickle in my throat when spring or fall brings about new allergens in the air, and I even feel maybe the onset of what might be a cold from time to time. But my symptoms are tolerable and I can stop them naturally in their tracks. When we take over-the-counter medications known as OTCs, we have kind of a false sense of healing our body in some way. What we're really doing is just masking the symptoms until our body is able to make a slow and full recovery. This is why over the years, allergies, colds, and the flu can become more intense, frequent, and longer in duration. When we mask symptoms with OTCs, we're ignoring our body's call for help. As annoying as a runny nose or postnasal drip can be, it's your body's way of saying, hey, something's really stressing me out right now, or I'm under attack, trying my best to fight it off, but I could really use your support and help. We've been taught to push through it when we get sick or feel under the weather. We use OTCs to numb the pain so we can still go to work and take care of all of our responsibilities instead of ourselves. But what's the price that we pay in the long run for continually doing this? Nobody ever reads the warnings or the side effects list on the OTC medications. I mean, they're over the counter, so they obviously must be safe, right? Well, this is kind of wrong. OTCs come with a laundry list of negative side effects that can occur acutely or chronically over time with use. Here are just a few of the OTC side effect highlights that we commonly overlook. Acetaminophen, which is Tylenol, can contribute to liver damage, or ibuprofen, which is Advil or Motrin, can contribute to peptic ulcers and kidney damage. Decongestants can contribute to high blood pressure or blood pressure spikes. Antihistamines can cause damage to the heart muscle and the central nervous system. Long or small term or short use of any of these OTCs impacts the body's ability to function normally and disrupts its homeostasis or balance. They do not boost our immunity. They actually block it. OTCs are also one of the #1 contributors to leaky gut, which is a damaged digestive tract. And guess what happens when you have a leaky gut? A leaky gut increases your risk for allergies, colds, and other V's. The gut is where 80% of your immune system lives. So if it's dysfunctional, guess what else is going to be dysfunctional? Your immune system and your ability to fight off allergies, colds, and other V's. When the intestinal lining is compromised, you've lost your first line of defense internally. Foreign invaders such as allergens, bacteria, and V's are then able to cross the gut barrier and get directly into the bloodstream. So that's why in this video, I'm sharing with you the natural ways to boost your immunity so that you can fight allergies, the common cold, flu, and V's naturally to prevent taking some of these OTCs and ultimately feel your best all the time. Now, one of the first health improvements my clients usually notice very quickly in our work together is that they don't get sick anymore, or when something starts to brew, it doesn't fully develop and they are able to make a very quick recovery. It's not magic, it's just allowing the immune system to do its job. The very first thing I focus on with all of my clients is digestive support and repair for 3 very important reasons. 1 is to boost the immune system, which lives in the digestive tract. 2 is to increase nutrient availability for the body to improve its defenses. And 3 is to reduce inflammation and stress so the body is at less risk for illness. Healing your gut is the key to long-term sustainable health success. But the healing of the gut is a process that requires consistency and time. It can take months or even years to fully recover in some cases, depending on what you're doing. In order to heal the gut, you have to consistently avoid the common inflammatory foods such as gluten, dairy, sugar, soy, alcohol, and other ones specific to you. You need to get rid of gut bugs such as parasites, bacteria, and yeast or candida that disrupt nutrient absorption and cause internal stress and inflammation in the gut. And then add in foods and supplements to help to repair the integrity of the gut, such as digestive enzymes, fish oils, L-glutamine, probiotics, collagen peptides, bone broth protein powder, and fermented foods. Healing my gut is what has made my seasonal allergies virtually non-existent and has given me the superhuman powers to fight off a cold or a V before it even really gets started. However, my immune system obviously wasn't always able to do this. I suffered for years before I started to take action on healing my gut. And when I did, the results weren't immediate. It took time. So in the in-between time of healing, I still had to find ways to lessen the pain and suffering without using OTCs that would set me back gut health-wise. So I began to slowly transition away from gut-damaging OTCs and introduce more natural therapies to boost my immune system and my body's own defense system. Some of my favorite natural remedies for things like the allergies, colds, and V's include taking supplements that have quercetin and or nettles leaf specifically for allergies. I did this frequently in the past to reduce allergy symptoms when the seasons changed while I healed my gut. Using a combo of peppermint essential oil and arnica, which can be ingested or done topically for tension headaches, migraines, or aches or pains. Then using a combination of things like vitamin C, D, and zinc to fight off V's and the flu, taken preventatively or acutely. And then there's things like oil of oregano and garlic as a supplement for antimicrobial properties to kill off bacteria and prevent colds or sinus infections. And one of my other favorites is ginger or peppermint tea and bone broth for upset stomachs. And feel free to reach out to me for specific product recommendations for these natural remedies if you want to give them a try to ensure they are of the highest quality for the best results. We forget that OTCs haven't always been around, yet our ancestors found natural ways to ease pain, suffering, and symptoms. Natural remedies are still relevant and still work in our modern day world. We just have to seek them out. Aside from using natural remedies and healing your gut, there are a few other really important things when it comes to having the strength and stamina to fight allergies, colds, and V's naturally. The single most important thing you can do to fight off V's naturally is balance your blood sugar. As more research is emerging about the recent pandemic, sugar is being identified as one of the primary risk factors for contracting the V and for the severity of the symptoms. In fact, a study recently suggested that Prolonged uncontrolled hypoglycemia, and not just a history of diabetes mellitus, may be important in the pathogenesis of the disease. Now, hyperglycemia is when an excessive amount of glucose or sugar is circulating around in the bloodstream. So essentially what is being found is that high blood sugar levels can increase the number of receptors on a cell, making it easier for V's to enter and to replicate. Plus, elevated blood sugar levels also will fuel inflammation, which weakens the immune system's ability to respond adequately. Will also disrupt your cortisol rhythm and restful sleep cycles that protect you against illness, and it will leave you craving more sugar and stuck on a blood sugar roller coaster that just increases your risk even more. So even apparently healthy people can have high blood sugar levels. I see this all the time in the health-minded clients I work with, even the ones who are quote unquote eating healthy and exercising regularly. How could this be, might you ask? Well, foods that impact blood sugar goes beyond the well-known added white sugar used in baking cookies, cakes, and other sweet treats. Eating too many carbs, even the so-called healthy ones, for what your body can tolerate, can also lead to blood sugar imbalances. Now, there's a difference between eating healthy and eating right for your body. Eating right for your body will include healthy foods, but not every healthy food is necessarily right for your body. For example, globally, we could agree that a banana is a healthy food. But if you have an allergy or a sensitivity to bananas, or they contain too many carbs and sugars for what your body can tolerate, then they aren't exactly healthy for you. When you eat something like said banana that has these negative effects on you, it spikes your blood sugar and inflammation, making you susceptible to potential colds, allergies, and V's, and leaves you craving more sugar to get another energy bump. And the vicious cycle continues. It's possible to encounter these issues even if you're eating paleo, Whole30, autoimmune paleo, or another type of healthy diet. These diets deal more with food elimination than they do macronutrient balance, which is your carbs, proteins, and fats, or blood sugar balance. When you eat the wrong ratios of protein, carbs, and fats for your body, it can lead to these blood sugar imbalances, making you feel maybe tired and anxious, irritable, or needing to take a nap, or you feel like a need to snack all the time, bloated, heavy, or craving for sweets, or maybe you even feel brain foggy, wired but tired, or physically full and still hungry, worn down, and ultimately vulnerable to things like allergies, colds, and V's. Figuring out your food ratios to balance your blood sugar, boost immunity, and energy is actually pretty simple. All you need to do is tune into your body about 30 minutes to 2 hours after eating, notice how it's responding to what it is that you ate, and then adjust your food ratios, your protein, carbs, and fats until you get the perfect response. Now, to help you figure out what ratios are right for your body to balance blood sugar, you can get your hands on my food and body language log by clicking below or reaching out to me directly. Now, next, let's address sleep as another natural and incredibly impactful tool to help you fight off allergies, colds, the flu, and V's. We must learn to value sleep as much as we do diet and exercise. Staying up late at night or not getting a good night's sleep not only robs your body of critical recovery time, but also disrupts your cortisol balance and energy, leaving you searching for energy via food, cueing the food, and sugar cravings. To balance your energy, blood sugar, and avoid cravings, which promotes weight loss and boosts your natural defenses, it's ideal to be asleep by 10 p.m. most nights out of the week, which means about 5 out of 7 nights. When you do get sick, don't you always feel better faster when you just allow yourself to sleep it off? This is because your body can only heal in a relaxed state. So If and when you're fighting something off, sleep is critical to your recovery. Sleep is when human growth hormone is released to repair and replenish cells, and when the body performs other important functions to boost your immunity. Bottom line is, you don't have to suffer or mask your symptoms with superficial remedies. You can become your own health boss and thrive in this world any season of the year. If we all committed to eating the right foods for our body to prevent blood sugar issues and getting great sleep, this allergy, cold, and V season, I bet we could put this pandemic behind us so much faster. So are you ready for the challenge? I would love to know what steps, no matter how big or small, you can take from this video to help you fight allergies, colds, and V's naturally. Let me know below. All right, that's it. I hope you found this incredibly insightful. I will see you in the next video.